You are scrolling on your phone, and you see it. A picture of a puppy, or a calico kitten, or a sleeping baby.
It is unbelievably adorable.
And your immediate physical reaction is entirely irrational. You clench your jaw. You ball your hands into fists. You feel a sudden, intense urge to squeeze it.
Maybe even bite it. You tell yourself it is just a playful, harmless thought.
But that may not be the whole story. The real answer is buried deep inside your survival circuitry. We have phrases for this feeling in almost every language. In English, we say, "It is so cute I could eat it."
In Tagalog, there is a specific word for it, gigil.
The overwhelming urge to pinch or squeeze something unbearably cute.
The modern assumption is that this is just a linguistic quirk.
A funny, harmless metaphor. But that answer is too small.
Because your brain is not speaking in metaphors.
It is actively deploying a physical defense mechanism. And the stranger part is what your body is trying to protect.
To understand why, start with the target of your aggression.
Large eyes, round cheeks, a large head, and a small chin.
These exact proportions are a biological lock-picking tool.
They are designed to instantly hijack your brain. When you see these features, your brain releases a massive wave of dopamine.
The same chemical reward associated with eating and survival. You are biologically forced to care for this creature. That explains the love. But it does not explain the intense urge to crush it. The next piece of the puzzle is stranger.
The human brain has a very narrow window of optimal functioning.
It hates extremes.
When you experience an emotion that is too large, you become incapacitated. Think of people crying violently when they win the lottery, or laughing uncontrollably at a funeral. Psychologists call these dimorphous expressions. Your body experiences one intense emotion, but physically expresses the exact opposite. It feels like a glitch in your emotional wiring. But researchers have discovered it is actually a highly advanced ancient tool.
In 2015, researchers at Yale University officially named this specific glitch. They called it cute aggression. They found that the people who felt the highest levels of caregiving were the exact same people who wanted to squeeze the puppy the hardest.
She attached electrodes to subjects and showed them pictures of young animals.
The electrical data confirmed what the Yale researchers suspected. Both the brain's emotion system and its reward system were completely overloaded. The cuteness was quite literally causing a neurological short circuit. This is where the ghost appears. Imagine you are an ancient human, holding a highly vulnerable infant.
If you are entirely paralyzed by how adorable it is, you are useless.
You cannot hunt for it. You cannot defend it from a predator. A caregiver who is incapacitated by positive emotion is a dead caregiver. So, the brain throws an emergency brake.
It generates a rapid wave of an opposing, aggressive emotion.
Clenching jaws. Tightened fists. The sudden urge to bite.
It uses a fake negative emotion to neutralize an overwhelming positive one. It drags you forcefully back down to a stable baseline.
That means your urge to squeeze the kitten is not a failure of empathy.
And it is not a secret, dark desire to cause harm.
It is your body desperately trying to regulate itself. The aggression is entirely hollow. The brain does not actually want you to crush the animal. It just needs your muscles to flex. It needs the physical sensation of aggression to sober you up, so you can go back to the vital work of keeping it alive. Now compare that ancient survival brake with modern life. For 300,000 years, You might see 1 or 2 babies in your tribe.
Today, you open your phone and scroll through hundreds of them. Algorithms feed you a continuous, unnatural stream of hyper-cute animals.
Your brain is being flooded with the baby schema stimulus at an unprecedented rate. And so, your ancient emotional brake pedal is constantly pumping. A young adult female stick figure is experiencing survival-level emotional regulation while sitting on her couch. The modern cost is deep confusion. We feel this sudden tightness in our chest and jaw. And we assume we are just weird.
Or we worry that deep down, human nature is inherently violent.
We critically misread our own internal alarms.
Because the modern explanation is visible, but the older one is buried.
We forget that our bodies were built for a much harder world. You do not want to squeeze the puppy because you are violent.
You want to squeeze it because you care far too much. Because your capacity for love is so massive, so structurally overwhelming, that your brain literally has to fight it off to keep you functioning.
Acute aggression is simply the shadow cast by profound empathy. So the next time you look at something unbearably adorable,
and you feel your hands suddenly tighten into fists,
do not be afraid of the ancient ghost in your nervous system.
It is just an old instinct, quietly doing its job.
Making sure you survive the feeling of being in love.